He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A calm strength, a natural charm, and a screen presence that commanded attention without effort. Barış Arduç didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation step by step, turning discipline, patience, and quiet confidence into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Barış Arduç was born on October 9th, 1987, in Switzerland, to a Turkish family originally from Artvin. His early years were marked by movement and adaptation, as his family later returned to Turkey, where he grew up balancing education with responsibility. Before cameras and scripts entered his life, Barış lived far from the world of fame. He worked various jobs, including lifeguarding and sports-related work, experiences that shaped his discipline, physical strength, and grounded outlook on life. His path into acting was neither rushed nor accidental. After completing acting training at the Sudri Alisa Cultural Center, Barış began with supporting roles in television series, slowly learning the craft from the ground up. Early appearances in projects like Kiralık Aşk and Dinal Sevgili allowed him to develop screen awareness, but his true breakthrough arrived with the role of Ömer Ipliksi in Kiralık Aşk. Kiralık Aşk became a cultural phenomenon, and Barış Arduç's performance turned him into a household name almost overnight. His ability to balance romantic charm with emotional restraint resonated deeply with audiences, earning him major awards and international recognition. More importantly, it established him as an actor capable of carrying a project on his shoulders without relying on exaggeration. Rather than staying confined to romantic comedy, Barış deliberately expanded his range. He took on emotionally demanding roles in projects such as Kuzgun, Kukır guest arcs, and later historical and action-driven productions like Alparslan, Bayrak Selçuklu. Each choice reflected a desire to evolve, testing his limits through darker, more complex characters shaped by power, loyalty, and inner conflict. Barış's approach to acting is calculated and intentional. He avoids repetition, choosing scripts that challenge him physically and psychologically. This balance between popularity and depth has helped him remain relevant in an industry where trends shift rapidly and fame can be fleeting. Off-screen, his public image blends masculinity with composure. He maintains a low profile, rarely engaging in unnecessary media exposure. Known for his long-term marriage to actress Gups Özovi, Barış keeps his personal life private, reinforcing his focus on stability rather than spectacle. His lifestyle mirrors that same discipline. Fitness, structure, and balance play a central role, supporting both his demanding roles and long-term career sustainability. He is selective with brand collaborations, aligning only with projects that match his image and values. Barış Arduç's influence now extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a dedicated fan base across Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America, he remains one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting, endorsements, and long-running collaborations built over time. What truly sets him apart is restraint. Barış understands the power of silence, subtlety, and emotional control. He doesn't chase trends. He builds longevity. That philosophy quietly defines every stage of his career. As of 2026, Barış Arduç stands not just as a leading actor, but as a symbol of measured success and intentional growth in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a quiet intensity, a controlled strength, a gaze that carried emotion without excess. Ulaş Tuna Astepe didn't simply enter Turkish television. He shaped a career defined by depth, discipline, and characters that linger long after the screen fades to black. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight. Hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ulaş Tuna Astepe was born on May 5, 1988, in Izmit, Turkey. Long before leading roles in primetime dramas, he pursued formal training at Mimar Sinan Fine Arts University, studying theater with seriousness and artistic intention. Acting was never accidental for him. It was studied, rehearsed, refined. The stage became his foundation, shaping his understanding of character psychology, timing, and emotional control. His early television appearances introduced him to broader audiences, but it was his role as Tahir Kelilai in Sun Anlak Karadeniz that transformed his career. The series became one of Turkey's most talked-about dramas, addressing intense social themes while maintaining strong ratings. As Tahir, Ulaş delivered performance built on restraint and conviction, portraying a man driven by loyalty, justice, and love. The role established him as a commanding dramatic lead. Rather than remaining confined to one archetype, he continued expanding his range. In Barbaroslar, acting as in Kilisai, he stepped into the world of epic historical storytelling, embracing physical transformation and period depth. Later, in Hayat Bugün, he portrayed a modern, morally complex character navigating professional and emotional dilemmas. Each project reflected versatility and a refusal to repeat formulas. What distinguishes Ulaş Tuna Astepe is emotional gravity. His performances rarely rely on exaggeration. Instead, he builds tension through silence, subtle expression, and layered internal conflict. This approach has earned him recognition from critics and loyalty from audiences who value authenticity over spectacle. Off-screen, he maintains a reserved and grounded lifestyle. He avoids unnecessary publicity, choosing instead to let his work define his image. Fitness and physical discipline remain part of his routine, particularly for roles requiring strength and endurance. But his public persona leans toward calm reflection rather than showmanship. His style mirrors this controlled presence. Often seen in tailored, minimalist designs, he projects confidence without flamboyance. Whether attending premieres or industry events, his appearance reinforces the composed, serious identity he has cultivated. Financially, his success reflects steady progression. With leading roles in major television productions, endorsement partnerships, and international distribution of his series, his estimated net worth represents consistent career growth rather than sudden spikes. His projects have reached global audiences through streaming platforms, expanding his recognition beyond Turkey. What truly sets him apart is commitment to craft. He approaches roles with analytical focus, studying motivations and psychological layers before stepping in front of the camera. That preparation translates into performances that feel grounded and believable, even within heightened dramatic narratives. As of 2026, Ulaş Tuna Astepe stands as one of Turkish television's most respected dramatic actors, known for intensity, discipline, and measured evolution. His journey reflects dedication to artistry over hype, proving that longevity in entertainment often belongs to those who build slowly and deliberately. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.